Now, at this point, you should have completed the first side and also the first layer if you followed the steps correctly in my previous video. Now, I have a link in the description to part 1, so just check that out if you haven't arrived at this step yet. But if you have, then let's get going. Now, once you've solved the first layer, what you want to do is you have to flip the cube so the first layer is now your bottom. Now at this point, you have to complete the second layer, which is filling out these 4 middle edge pieces. To do that, in the top layer, we have to look for one edge piece that does not contain the center. In this case, the center is green, so we look for an edge piece that does not have green in it. In this case, this won't work out because it has green in it. This edge piece will work. Yellow, orange, does not have green. What you do is, you turn the top layer so this orange part aligns with another orange, which in this case is here. And then you have to first decide where it has to go. The edge might have to go either here or here. It doesn't go there. It has to go there. Now, of course, you can't just place it there because then you mess up this first layer. So, this is where an algorithm comes in. What you do is you hold it so the edge is on your right, and then if we had to get this edge here, which is away from you, we do this algorithm: R U R U R U prime R R I U I R prime, and that successfully gets that edge in its location without messing this up. Now let's look for another edge which does not have green. Here's one. Yellow, red, we turn it so that it aligns. No, red and orange, red and white, that, red, red, and that's yellow. Now in this case, this edge piece has to come here, which is towards us. And now we do the same algorithm we did before, except it's backwards. So it's R inverted, U inverted, R inverted, U inverted, R, U, R, U, R, and that successfully gets this edge in place. Now let's do that again. So let's look for an edge here. This edge does not have green, so we turn this top layer so this red aligns with another red. We hold it so the edge is on our right. In this case, the edge has to go here, which is away from us, and then we do the algorithm before: R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. And now we have one more edge to go, and that is this one. In this case, it has to go here, which is towards us, so we do that same algorithm: R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. And that successfully completes the first 2 layers. Okay, now at this point, you should have solved the first 2 layers. If you haven't, you might want to go back to the video or to part 1. But for now, let's begin on this last layer. Basically, what we want to do is we want to orient all these pieces so that, in this case, green faces up. So they won't be in the right position, but they'll all be oriented correctly. So the first step to do this is, like when you were solving the first layer, you have to get the cross. Now there are 3 cases you can get. First is where you have 2 edges correctly solved and they're across from each other. What you do is you turn this top layer so that the 2 edges are across from each other horizontally like this. Then you do this following algorithm: F, R, U, R, U prime, F prime. And then that gets this complete. Okay, now the next case you can get is where you have 2 edges solved, except they form an L. What you do here is you turn this top layer so that the 2 edges are facing you and are to your right, like so. Then you do this following algorithm: small f, which is the first 2 layers, R, U, R prime, U prime, then small f inverted, which is the first two layers, and that also completes the cross. Okay, so the last case you can get is in which there are no edges solved. Now, if you're in a case in which only one edge is solved or three, then your cube is unsolvable. So now, in this case, where no edges are solved, you hold it at any position, and then you perform the previous two algorithms we learned before. So, F, R, U, R, R prime, U prime, F prime. Then you get this L. So, like before, you hold it so that the edge pieces are coming towards you and towards the right. Then you do small f, R, U, R prime, U prime, small f prime, and that completes this cross. So once you've completed the cross, you can get one of three cases. The first case is in which one corner is solved. When you do that, you orient this top layer so that the one corner is on your bottom left. Then you do this following algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. Then you get that case again where one corner is solved. So you rotate it so this corner is on your bottom left. Then you do that algorithm again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. So that's what you do. When you do these cases, there shouldn't be a time in which you have to do it more than once, or else you must have messed up the algorithms. Okay, so the next case you can get is in which two corners are solved and they're diagonal. If two corners, so this is what you do in this case. When there are two corners solved and they're diagonal, you rotate the cube so that green will be on your bottom left here. So that's yellow, white, that's green. So we have it in the correct position, and you do this following algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. Then we get this case where one corner is solved, so we rotate it so the corner is on our bottom left. In this case, it already is. And then we do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. We get this again, so we turn it so it's on our bottom left. Then we do this one last time. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. And that would solve this. Okay, so the next case you can get is in which two corners are solved and they're across from each other. Now, when you get this case as shown, you might get it in which the green parts form headlights in which they're in the same layer, or you might get it in which the green are across from each other here and here. In both cases, there are different ways to hold them. In this case, where the green parts form headlights, you rotate the top layer so that the two headlight greens are facing you as shown above, and then you do this algorithm. R, U, R, U, R, U, 2, R. Then you hold it again so that this one corner is on your left, and then you do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. You get this again, and then you do that same algorithm. So now when you have it like this, in which the greens are across from each other, you rotate it so that the green will be on your bottom left as shown. Then you do that same algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. Get this corner, you do the same algorithm again and again. And that's basically it. Okay, so now the final case you can get is in which the cross is solved and no corners are solved. When you have this case, you orient the top layer so that green will be here. See? Green is there, face going this way to your left. So when green is here, you do the same algorithm as before. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. Then now I get this case, so I just do R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R. Put it on my left, then do the same algorithm again. And then this will be solved. And now, after all these four cases, you should have completed OLL, which means this green face or whatever face you're doing should be solved and all the pieces are oriented. And now go to part 3 for the next step.